love seeing all these beautiful smiley faces on a Friday. So greetings and thank you for joining us for this inaugural AACUC Commitment to Change Young Professional Leadership Awards ceremony sponsored by Visa. Huge shout out to Visa for their continued support. We're so glad you're here. Now, please note the housekeeping rules for this afternoon's event. Now, we know life happens and you may need to step away, take a call, or even have a conversation. So we ask that you immediately please mute the volume on your microphone or device, as well as stop your video. Please note that these functions can be found at the bottom of the screen on your device. You are important to us, so please don't forget to start your video upon return, as we truly want to feel connected. And remember, unless you're called upon as a program participant, please keep the volume muted on your microphone or device. Now, we encourage you to please engage with us and cheer on these young professionals throughout the afternoon with the virtual clap and chat. Now, I know at AACUC, we start on time and we end on time, but because this is such a special event and an amazing ceremony, do want to let you know that we may be going a little bit over, so feel free to jump off if you have to. We totally understand, but if you can stay on and hear what the young professionals have to say. Now, without further ado, please help me welcome Opal.
Thanks so much, SB. Good afternoon, everyone. SB said it. Y'all are looking beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you all for taking time out of your Friday with us. So I'm Opal Tomaszewska, Director of Multicultural Business Strategy at CUNY Mutual Group and the Chair of AACUC Young Professional Summit. So many of you may be wondering, why is AACUC doing a Young Professionals Award? Well, as soon as you meet these young professionals, you won't be wondering anymore. These are young people who have important roles, and not just in title or field, but important in terms of real and lasting impact. These young people exemplify everything we dream of for this movement and everything we need for the credit union movement to thrive in the future. They work hard in their jobs and in their communities, and they understand the importance of building real relationships with each other, as well as those who came before them, and as well as those who will come after them. Their power is felt, and we want to make sure that their presence is known. Renee Sadie-White and I know their value, and we want to make sure that you see them for the lights that they are. So with Renee's brilliance and a little bit of splash of my creativity, we welcome you to the first ever AACUC Commitment to Change Young Professional Awards. Now, these professionals were handpicked by us to be the first, but with their leadership, they will not be the last. And speaking of young professionals, let me also introduce you to our host and MC for the day, AJ Lathar. Now, you may know AJ as an amazing MC, master of ceremonies with the most, but let me tell you a little bit about AJ and give him a little shine this afternoon as well. So AJ is a Texas-born HBCU made professional. He's currently the IVP Solutions Curator at CUNY Mutual Group, and he began his career with our company in the summer of 2018. AJ consistently looks for opportunities to not only better himself, but to contribute to the success and growth of others, whether it be professionally or through volunteerism. During his time at the prestigious Prairie View A&M University, he served as president for multiple organizations and also co-founded a student business organization that still thrives today. While in Madison, Wisconsin, he served on the board of multiple professional organizations and also volunteered at local food banks and centers mentoring young men. Now he's back in Texas, still with CUNY Mutual Group, and he's encouraging young professionals to pursue an education and continuously finding ways to expose young people to life-changing opportunities. So without further ado, take us away and do your thing, AJ.
Woo! Well, mighty fine introduction for me. I surely appreciate it, Opal, and thank you to everyone making their way here this afternoon, this morning, wherever our AACUC family is tuning in from. I know you from the coast to the other coast, from the east to the west, to the north and the south, and we're happy to have you here with us today for such an extra special award ceremony. You heard it once, you've heard it twice, and here's the third time. I would love to welcome you all to the inaugural Commitment to Leadership Award sponsored by Visa. We thank you for your presence and participation as we celebrate these young professionals of AACUC today. This award is for the Young Professional of the Year, but we also want to award and recognize the young professionals in the following categories: bold, mindful, and brave. So let's get started. All right. So now it is my privilege to introduce Jim Nussel, the President and CEO of the Credit Union National Association, who will provide a few personal remarks about Jamar.
Hey, thank you, AJ, and good morning, AACUC friends and across the credit union movement, especially Chair Larry Sewell and the AACUC Board of Directors and Renee Satterwhite. Thank you so much for your leadership, and what a wonderful ceremony this is going to be, filled with so many very well-deserving recipients. Congratulations, one and all. And I want to say congratulations to Jamar Jameson. What a great young professional, bold, and provides such great service to the Credit Union National Association, CUNA. And we just want to, we all, your colleagues at CUNA, just want to say congratulations to you. You know, Jamar's been with CUNA for just about 8 years. And as anyone who's ever stepped in front of his camera in particular knows, he's a consummate professional. And really a true pleasure to work with, somebody who just really enjoys his job. He's from Pittsburgh, and he's involved in our communications department. He does all of our video, and he's a photo wizard. Puts together in his studio some of the prepared studio recording pieces, live coverage. He edits video updates, webinars, and clips from congressional hearings. And his job is particularly challenging because he is specifically asked to make me look good. And that's a darn tough job, I got to tell you. If you've had any opportunity to see a video or photo of someone at CUNA, chances are it's Jamar's handiwork that is behind all of that professionalism. So he just, you get to see his work as much as probably anyone else at CUNA. He's also done great work for many of our partner organizations, including AACUC. He's helped transform AACUC's digital media offerings across multiple AACUC platforms, and including some of their conferences and the website. And he's also, I got to tell you, part of the culture that we work hard to cultivate at CUNA, helping to build a much more inclusive workplace than ever before. Jamar leads our Black Employees Network engagement group, and he's brought outside speakers and performers to events commemorating Black History Month, Juneteenth, and the National Black Poetry Day. The group also put together a panel discussion of Black leaders across a variety of industries to talk about overcoming adversity on their way up the corporate ladder. So he lives the young professional leadership that we talk about in today's presentation. More than just his technical skills, he's always just got a smile on his face. He wants you to know that he's there to serve you, and he wants to know how your day is going. He doesn't just wonder how his day is going. He wants to know how your day is going. So I know that he does whatever it takes to just get that job done. So Jamar's bold leadership, creativity, and innovation demonstrates his commitment to positive change. And that's why I believe he's well deserving of this honor. So Jamar, on behalf of AACUC and all your colleagues at CUNA, I'm pleased to congratulate you on being a 2022 Commitment to Change Young Professional for your bold leadership. Congratulations, Jamar.
Wow. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. I'm getting all these, I'm blowing up right now, getting all these texts and everything. So thank you, everyone. And Jim, I appreciate all those kind words and everything you said. We spent a lot of time together. Like Jim says, I shoot him in the studio a lot, and we've done a lot over these 8 years. So I appreciate you, everything you say, everything we do, and just your leadership. And and one of your superpowers being a leader is relationships. One of the relationships that we do well at CUNA is having a relationship with AACUC. With that, I have to also say thank you to all of my CUNA colleagues, co-workers, friends, everybody. I appreciate all the love and support through this, and just everything that we've done over the past years. I'll also be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that one of the reasons why I've been introduced so much to AACUC is because of people like Grace Sanchez and Ruth Shirley and Joanne Sortolini, my co-workers from the past over at CUNA. So thank you so much. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be here right now and doing all this amazing work with AACUC. And also have to give a special shout out to the comms department at CUNA. You know what I mean? One of the best, one of the illest departments I ever worked with and worked for. You know, so shout out to all of them because they got to deal with my shenanigans and everything I do, all my antics on a daily basis. So thank you all. And I also have to say thank you to my family, you know, my wife and my 3 kids, because they are very, very patient. When I tell them I only need 5 more minutes to edit and it turns into 25 more minutes, they're always cool and chill, especially when you have, you know, all my kids are 6 and under, so they be tugging on me, but they be cool and they be cooling out. And a lot of you seen them on calls and stuff as well. The fact that I'm gonna ride this young professional coattail for a while, that I'm still in that category. So I'm gonna shout out myself for still being there. And then also I'm gonna say that, you know, I appreciate being inducted for being bold, for the boldness that you said that I do. But I also have to give a shout out to a lot of you all, because I know that there's probably a lot of people on this call, especially a lot of the honorees, I have had the privilege of recording, editing, you know, somewhere in some fashion, taking a picture of you. And for you all to sit there with someone you haven't met, you never met before, to pour out your stories and just share a moment of time with me, I really appreciate that. And it's the things that you say that I get to edit to make these videos look so great that everybody appreciates. So it's you all, you're saying the words. I'm just trying to put it together, make a nice story so everyone can enjoy what you're saying. So I thank all of you. So give yourself a round of applause and a pat on the back, because I think you all are bold as well. I'm just very gracious because, as Jim says, I'm a Pittsburgh kid, and actually I'm in the Berg right now on vacation in the Berg. So I already got my Permane sandwich yesterday, and it was great. So with fries on it. Always make sure you get your fries on your sandwiches when you come here, when you go to the Berg. But anyway, I have to say that I love what I do. I love the stories that I get to partake with you all. That's the reason why I do what I do. I've always loved video. I always love everything about it. I always love the different stories that you get with each movie or something that you watch. And when I come to people and they want to tell a story, I'm just glad that I get to be a part of that. And I'm glad that that we can make something different. And AACUC does a lot. They do a tremendous job and just a great work with doing that, with telling these stories, getting people to express them and just pour out their hearts and say some phenomenal things. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to do this without the support from AACUC. Thank you to people like Renee and Adrian and Tim. I mean, I can go on, Maurice, all of you all. You just been such great friends, partners, mentors. You all just been there since the beginning, and I appreciate that. And I'll tell you, if you have not got to tell your story at one point or another, do so. You know, hit me up, hit up the people over at Political Affairs over at CUNA, you know, for the advancing communities. They would love to hear your stories, because that's what us credit union people, that's what we do. That's what we do well. That's people are listening to those stories. So don't be afraid to shout it out, you know, get recorded, talk to someone at AACUC, someone at CUNA, myself. We will, you know, we want to record your stories. We want to get that message out, because that is one thing that we do well. Credit unions, as credit union people, that's what we do. We have stories, we help people, we help the community, and everyone needs to see that. Everyone needs to know that that's what's happening, because I think at this time of day, like, we need it more now than ever. So let's just, you know, let's just keep doing that. Let's just get our messages out there. And again, just thank you. I don't have too much more to say. I'm just honored. I'm honored to be one of the first in this awards to receive an award from AACUC. So thank you all. I appreciate you all. And I just want to continue making people's dreams a reality, just, you know, one production at a time. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing and working with you all in the near future. And congratulations to all the rest of the honorees and the winners.
Beautiful, beautiful, well said. If there was anyone wondering why these young professionals were chosen for this award, I hope that has been cleared and you have a very, very, very familiar understanding as to the type of professionals that they are. Congratulations again, Jamar, on being awarded for your boldness. Our next honoree is Latanya Allen. To pay tribute to Latanya is the president and CEO of the Government Printing Office Federal Credit Union, Stephanie Covington.
Thank you, AJ. I want to first thank AACUC and Renee on the work that they are doing and their focus on commitment to change, and for recognizing all these brilliant young leaders receiving awards today. Congratulations to everyone. I am so proud of Latanya. She is truly a valued member of the GPO Federal Credit Union family. I honestly can sit here and sing Latanya's praises all day long, but I wanted to share with you some of the things that her GPO Federal Credit Union team members shared with me. One person said Latanya is passionate about whatever it is she does, either with work or otherwise. When she sets a goal for herself, she cannot be deterred. Latanya is innovative, passionate. She is like a sponge and always thirsts to learn. I am over the moon proud of her. Another person said Latanya has the biggest heart and is a huge team player who has no problem with burning the midnight oil when everyone else has gone home. And this is so true. Another person said Latanya is ambitious, committed, and fervently dedicated to our members and us. If there is a project that needs to be done, she is focused on ensuring that project is completed with excellence. Lastly, Latanya inspires me because of her work ethic. As a leader, she consistently encourages me to excel in my current position. You know, as I sit back and I think about one of my fondest memories of Latanya was when I challenged her with taking on the task of overseeing GPO Federal Credit Union's marketing campaigns. Oh, I have to say, I must say, we had some extensive discussions concerning this assignment, but she took on the role anyway. But in true Latanya form and fashion, she hasn't looked back and has greatly exceeded expectations. Because of her work with our marketing campaigns, GPO was nominated and received a Trailblazer in Marketing Award 2 years in a row from the Maryland DC League. Again, I am so proud of Latanya. You are certainly a trailblazer, not only in marketing, but in the credit union industry. It is an honor. It is my honor. It is an honor to have you as part of our team, and I congratulate you on this prestigious award.
Thank you, Ms. Stephanie. Whew, I did not imagine that I would be this emotional before we even started. But you know, before I get started, I just really have to speak from my heart. I wrote my speech, but I'm gonna speak. First thing I would like to say, too much is given, much is required. And yes, I know I work a lot of hours. I do. I'm probably a workaholic, but I do the things that I do first and foremost for my family. So I would like to thank my family first, my friends. Thank you for just supporting me. I appreciate you. Special shout out to my mom, Ellen, my fiance Noah, my kids, and my bonus kids for just being patient with me. It's 11 total with my kids, and they are very patient with me because I do work a lot. Thank you, Tim Anderson, my previous CEO, for introducing me to AACUC. I've had the opportunity to grow, lead, and network with so many amazing leaders in the credit union industry. I've served on 2 to 3 committees over the last several years. Shout out to the conference committee. We make it happen, been making it happen. I'm excited to be in St. Pete this year. Next is Stephanie. true definition of a woman leader. The things you have done for me and the leadership team at GPO, it's just amazing, outstanding. I did not imagine to be this emotional, but I'm truly I'm truly thankful, I'm sorry, that you allow me to continue to serve. Serve, that's a big word. Serve and work at AACUC. And I'm saying serve for a reason. Whenever, and this is not in my script, I just have to speak from my heart right now. Whenever you join an organization or you join anything, you give it your all. Before you can get to the next level, you have to serve. It's not about leadership all the time, being at the top. Yes, you're a leader without the title. It's about stepping up and just serving it and knowing what you're passionate and what your passion is. Next is thank you to my fellow directors, Carla, and my very first mentor, Marcy. I'm truly forever grateful for you. You took me under your wings at 21, being a young teenage mom. You showed me so much in my career. I can never thank you enough for that. Especially thank you to GPO FCU Board of Directors and staff. Thank you to Susan Mitchell, whom I met through the one-to-one women mentoring program. Since I met Miss Susan, my life changed so much in my career. Individual development plan, my goals. I've exceeded my goals. I had one major goal, and I'm not going to say what that is yet. But just know I'm the quiet storm, like Mr. Milton Hunt said at GAC this year. Wow. My sincerest thank you to the AACUC Board of Directors and the AACUC Giants. It's because of you, I built my confidence. And winning this award and being bold, at first I was like, bold, oh, that's not me. It took me a moment just to sit back and reflect on being bold and what that really meant. I'm proud of myself because in 2020, I took the time. Through my Facebook personal friend, I took the time to really work on myself. So this morning when I woke up, I reflected on it. I looked at the last 3 years of what I post because I'm very intentional about what I post. If you know me, I don't even like to speak. I like to be in the back. I do. Renee and Miss Susan have pushed me over the top this year. Let's just say that. And Miss Stephanie, she started it. That marketing, that was another conversation. But I just took that opportunity to reflect because we can talk the talk all day long, but do you really walk the walk? And I know all I talk about is applying pressure and, and just staying focused in my goals. I'm really, really serious about that. So I'm just grateful for that. The opportunity, I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve my members every day. This one is the last one. I'm glad I got my emotions over because I can really probably speak on this person. But last but certainly not least, Miss Renee Sadie White. You truly embody the credit union's philosophy of people help people. As long as we continue to remember that and do the work that we were chosen to do in this industry, credit unions will be around forever, ever, whether it's small, medium, or large. Work at a small institution, but my mindset is that I can compete with a large credit union, and I'll forever keep that mindset. I love my members. I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. I eat, sleep, and breathe it. Like I said, I'm just a quiet storm. I stay to myself. I'm humble, and I'll continue to serve. But a few things that I remember, and one that stands out to me most today is that I remember in Seattle, Mr. Anderson, at the time he was the chairman of the board, he stood up at the conference and he talked about how he would like to see AACUC have transformational growth and change. And I remember I actually have a picture of Renee standing over in the side. She's listening to him. but I can assure you, we can see it today. Fast forward to today, because I believe Seattle was probably in 2017 or 16. Renee, you done that. You done just that. What he asked you to do, you did it. Then you fast forward and we went to Raleigh and we had the first young professionals group. Because when I started, I think it was just two of us. Tracy, I remember Tracy Jackson, board of director name, serving, and you did that, Miss Renee. And I hope as long as you have breath, you're able to do this, you continue to do that work, especially for the up and coming young professionals, because they need you. This generation really, really needs you. I think in my generation, I'm probably a different breed. My work ethic is through the roof. But as I again reflected this morning, it's Father's Day weekend. So for me, it was no better way than to honor both of my parents. But my dad passed away in 2007. I seen my father work so hard up until a few years before he passed. He gave the United States Senate his all. I see that so much in me. Just the difference in it that I won't let my job take me, but I dedicate this to my dad. And I love each and every one of you. If I came in contact with you, if you poured something into me, if I haven't thanked you today, I thank you. Thank you, Miss Lynette, because you pushed me too in Memphis, Tennessee. But I thank you all. Thank you. Whew.
I don't think it's a dry ice in the house. Okay, all the eyes just gone.
I'm sorry.
There's no problem at all. Not a single issue. Congratulations, Latanya. You've worked, you earned, you deserve. It was not given. You did the work, and this is for you. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep shining. Keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations again on all the boldness that you don't know that you have, because apparently it's there.
I see. Thank you, Jamar.
And so our next honoree is Sela Castillo. And to pay tribute to Sela is President and CEO of CUNA Mutual Group, Bob Trunzo.
Thanks, AJ. AJ, did you get that memo? I'll talk to you at 7:30 tonight, okay? I expect you to be on the video monitor at 7:30, pal.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thanks to Renee, Larry, in the AACUC for the opportunity and allowing me to participate and honor our very own Sela Castillo. Also would like to take an opportunity to congratulate all the winners today, and I'm honored to be part of an incredible group of credit union leaders paying tribute to these current leaders and future leaders of the credit union industry. Sela's probably not going to remember this, but I met her when her team from Whitewater presented in our national case competition, and all of us immediately took note of Sela. And it was our mission to hire her as an intern at CUNA Mutual, and the broader mission to bring her to the company on a full-time basis. And our instincts were right. She's proven to be an emerging leader in our company, and a very valued voice. Sela and her team recently presented to our executive leadership team all the research they completed in yet another year of important statistics, information, and research on how we can better serve multicultural consumers in the We Matter work they do. And Sela is a leader in that regard, and her opinions are very, very valued. Opal told me a while back that she knew she wanted to be in marketing and multicultural marketing and business in 8th grade. This ought to tell you a little something about how focused and dedicated Sela is. In 8th grade, I was trying to figure out a way to get somebody to admit me to 9th grade. But I am really, really happy for her. She's one of 50 DEs in the CUNA Mutual Group, and she works tirelessly within the system not just with AACUC, but with Inclusive, the De Novo Collective, and other organizations. So Sela, it's my pleasure, and on behalf of AACUC, to present you with this prestigious award and congratulate you on being recognized as the 2022 Commitment to Change Young Professional for your mindful leadership. Sela?
Thank you so much. I told myself, I said, I'm not going to cry until the end of it. I'm going to stay in shock until then. I can tell you it didn't happen. I would like to thank everyone here, all the people that showed up, the people that have been sending me messages and congratulating me along my time. And even as this has gone out, I do remember meeting you for the first time, Bob, 100%. I remember a lot of my moments early on at CUNY Mutual Group and kind of just knowing that this is where I was going to be. The early stages of meeting people at AACUC, everything. I am going to try to stick to my script here because otherwise I'm going to go down tangents that will just lead me to more tears. So we're going to try to do this with as least amount of tears as I possibly can. So thank you so much for this amazing recognition around mindful leadership. I, of course, want to give a special thanks to President and CEO Bob Trunzo for your kind words and leadership, as well as Opal Tomaszewska and Ms. Renee Satterwhite for your constant support and for truly seeing me. We're going to get through this. To my family and friends, thank you for always being there for me and celebrating my journey. For the people who know me well, they know that I do not like attention. So this is something that I'm never going to quite get used to, but when I talk about data and the impact that we can make, that's an exception I can make. So like many of you know, when you're doing this work, the journey seems like it's never ending. This has been a great opportunity for me to really take a step back and acknowledge the work that myself and all of you have done, the plans that I have, and my commitment that I've made to the future. So now that I'm able to sit a bit more comfortably here today, I will share some data points, because how could I be given this time and not call attention to multicultural growth and strategy? Thinking about how over the past 10 years, multicultural communities account for 100% of population growth and about 61% of credit union growth. Also looking at how Gen Z and millennials are moving through life stages rapidly, and we really need to commit not only to these communities, but so many others, such as the LGBTQ+ community, in order to fully serve them and help them reach their financial goals. Together, we are moving towards making a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive space for the people to achieve financial well-being. We have the power to make an impact now with this movement that is so focused on people and embracing who they are holistically. But I know that I'm preaching to the choir. So lastly, I would like to also thank and acknowledge all of the people that are being recognized here with me today. You are all an inspiration and leaders that I truly aspire to be like as I continue in my career. Thank you for doing the work, for being people that I can truly count on, and for sharing this space as we move forward together. I would like to just thank so many of you. I can't begin to go down the list because there are so many of you that have had an impact on my life, my personal and professional, and so thank you so much.
Well, congratulations again, Sela. For those that don't know, Sela's probably the most humble person I've ever met in my entire life. And the work that she does comes from such an authentic and genuine place that she truly does deserve to be recognized for her mindfulness. So congratulations again, and thank you for those data points. Okay, there's research going on, good people, calls to action here. Keep doing what y'all doing. All right. This credit union movement is more than just numbers and bills, but I'm not gonna get on my soapbox. It's fine. So our next honoree is Crystal Hunter. Maryland, DC Credit Union Association's President John Bratsakis will introduce Crystal.
Thanks, AJ. Thank you to AACUC, Larry, and especially Renee for your leadership, partnership, and for always leading the way for us. And congratulations to all of today's honorees. Today's special, it's an honor to say a few words about Crystal. For the last 6 years, she's challenged me, she's challenged our team to continually improve and grow. But most importantly, she listens, she learns while striving to be better, to be an example, to lead us and others by doing things the right way for the right reasons. And I remember the impact she had on me specifically right after George Floyd's murder. We were in the middle of the pandemic, and it was just the two of us in the office getting some coffee. She was fighting back tears, and I asked her what was the matter. She looked at me and she simply said, "Why does it have to be so hard being Black in America?" At that moment, she was the catalyst for us as an organization to make sure that we didn't walk away from uncomfortable conversations, but rather walk towards them in an intentional, thoughtful, and deliberate way. Her involvement also challenged us as an organization to make sure that our DEI work would be sustainable, even when the conversation may not be the priority for some, as it was back at that time. In her role, she leads our education programs and events, which is one of the 4 cornerstones of our organization. She's always looking for an opportunity to do things differently, make sure we're delivering value to our credit unions, and we're blessed and fortunate to work with Crystal. We wouldn't be successful without her energy, humor, and acting skills, and her commitment to teamwork. We look forward to her continued leadership and where it's going to take us into the future. And Crystal, congratulations. Thanks for always being you. This recognition is so well earned and deserved. And on behalf of the association and AACUC, it's an honor to present you with this recognition and congratulate you on being a 2022 Commitment to Change Young Professional for your mindful leadership. Congratulations.
Thank you, John. And good afternoon to all of my friends and family, esteemed colleagues. I tried to hold back tears, but everybody knows I'm a crybaby. So LaTanya, you started it. Today, I stand before you grateful for the recognition and honor being bestowed upon me. As you may recall, 2022 was a tumultuous year, beginning with the onset of a deadly virus, a deeply contentious election, and widespread protests over systematic racism, an ism that far too often hits close to home. Well, we watched our nation nosedive deep into divisiveness. We watched mothers grip their sons for fear of losing them to unconscionable hate. We watched news reports about conversations Black parents were having with their children about traffic stops and police interactions. We watched our melanated colleagues struggle to cope with work-life balance and mental health, all while managing a family dynamic and attempting to meet and exceed professional expectations. We watched. I remember going to work heavy-hearted, as John mentioned, frustrated and utterly helpless. I couldn't hold back my tears as I filled my coffee mug that morning and pretended everything was okay. I felt immense pressure. How could a movement centered around people helping people just watch? Little did I know change was on the way. We could no longer watch. We had to take action. And so Commitment to Change was born that year. And while we are 2 years into this commitment, I have to underscore the importance of remembering it's not just a commitment to webinars and DEI topics. It's a commitment to ensure that everyone has a seat at the table, whether in our communities or our workplaces. I'd first like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for ordering my steps and leading me to this industry, specifically the credit union movement. I don't think there's any place I would have rather been after working here for 6 years and having the opportunity to meet and build relationships with some amazing people, trailblazers even. I'd like to thank my leadership, my fearless leader, John Pratzakis, Michelle Bernie Parker, and the rest of my work family that are currently watching from our conference room for our watch party. I'd like to, of course, thank AACUC for its commitment to change and leading that effort. I'd like to thank my mentor, Mary Patuk. I think Mary's on the call. Mary, thank you so much for just being an ear and being unbiased and building this relationship that we have. To Shelly Mitchell, thank you for creating an opportunity for us queens to collaborate and build relationships with our ally queens. Renee Satterwhite and all of my sister queens, I just want to say that I love you and thank you for all that you all do. To my friends and family on the call, I just want to say I love you and thank you for your commitment to me. And to my mom, if you are able to watch from Zambia, I just want to thank you for always loving me unconditionally in spite of leading and guiding me and sowing that seed that I believe has sprouted. So again, it's a great honor to be included in this inaugural group. Congratulations to everyone receiving an award. It's amazing to be able to share the stage with you, and I'm looking forward to continuing to shoot for the stars. So thank you all so much.
Whew. Y'all got the emotions flying high today. I came prepared, okay? Did my crying beforehand, okay? But that being said, I'm just joking. All jokes aside, congratulations, Crystal. I'm digging the fro. Keep doing what you're doing. It's a crown up there. Keep shining how you are. And we appreciate all of the powerful words that you have just shared with us. Our next honoree is Ben Herring. Minnesota Credit Union Network's president and CEO, Mark Cummins, will introduce Ben.
Well, thank you, AJ, and what an honor it is to be able to be here with this group today, with a group of industry leaders that are doing these introductions, and also just to have someone who's part of the sort of inaugural recipients of this award, and someone who's so deserving of that. And so it's my honor to have the opportunity to introduce all of you, if you haven't met Ben Herring before, and talk a little bit about what Ben does and what he means for us within our organization. We are not a huge organization, but we take a lot of pride in batting above our, hitting above our weight, if you will. And a big reason that we can do that is because of individuals like Ben, who are part of our team and lead us through that. So let me just tell you a little bit about some of the things that Ben does for our organization. He really, as the director of engagement, he's our ambassador for our association, provides direction, management for membership development, recruiting, and really the overall engagement with our credit unions in Minnesota. He's also really responsible for conducting educational seminars and conferences, our peer-to-peer meetings. And as you can see, Ben wears many, many hats for us, both for our trade association and for our service corporation. Ben serves as our staff liaison for our crew, our young professionals group that we have, but he also works with Gillette Children's Miracle Network, or the Miracle Network here, which is Gillette Specialty Care Hospital in Minnesota, and also our Foundation Scholarship Council of working through with them. He is really instrumental for us in jumping in with his whole body, mind, and everything in terms of being our coordinator and our resources in support of the Association for Black Economic Power here in Minneapolis for the establishment of a Black-led credit union, which would be a de novo credit union in the financial desert of North Minneapolis. George Floyd has been named a few times. We were the epicenter of the activities that occurred through that. It was a very introspectful and meaningful time within our staff. And this is one of the ways we feel as an organization, and through Ben's leadership and all the work that he is doing with ABEP, or the Association for Black Economic Power, to help coordinate and lead this effort amongst many of the credit unions in Minnesota and across the country that are helping to put this together and make this happen for us. He works as a participant with AACUC in the cross-cultural exchange program. And besides all of those other things, Ben's very busy outside of things with working with the Minneapolis Chamber of Commerce and a number of different events. He's a former I3er, and every time I'm on something with Ben, I always feel like such a slacker because of all the things that Ben does, the accomplishments that he has. He's actually leading our data strategy group for us to make us better stewards of our data and how we utilize that for the benefit of our members. And with all of that, Ben finds time to play the trumpet with the various jazz combos here in the Twin Cities. I couldn't be more humbled and honored to present to you Ben Herring, who is just a leader in Minnesota with our credit union movement, but also, as you can see, across the country as well. Congratulations, Ben. From all of us at the network, we couldn't be prouder.
Well, thank you, Mark. Been welling up a little bit already today, and I'll do my best to not do so here. But again, thank you, Mark, for your words, obviously, but also for your continued leadership and your support throughout this initiative that we're working on to bring a new credit union to the north side of Minneapolis. I do want to thank all of the passionate leaders at the Minnesota Credit Union Network, Tamara and Andrea, and the rest of the team that I get to work with each day. Got to give a shout out to the credit unions in and around Minnesota that I get to work with, to my crew young professionals, to my change leaders out there, you know who you are, and to each of the leaders being recognized here today. Most importantly, to all of those who are getting behind this work to extend the benefits of credit union membership to our multicultural communities. I want to just thank you for your involvement in what we're doing. I met Renee in the summer of 2020, and my life has not been the same since. We connected, we vibed quite immediately and deeply, but it wasn't only through our mutual passion for credit unions, but for the potential for change and the impact that we might have in the lives of people through the work that we do. We were brought together through tragedy, yes, but we remain connected through light and hope and love. So I want to thank the AACUC, to Renee, Opal, AJ, Danya, Grace, Espy, Denise, Larry, and everyone on the AACUC's board, and everyone who's involved in what they do, for opening these spaces of love and openness for us all. The warmth and the sense of community that I get, that sense of oneness that the AACUC exudes, is second to none. I also want to thank the team at the Association for Black Economic Power, to Deborah Hurston, who's the executive director of ABEP. When we were introduced to one another last year, I had no clue where we'd be today. And I'm so excited and honored, privileged, grateful to say that we are days away from submitting the charter application for a new credit union in Minneapolis. I'm just so very grateful to work with you, Deborah, and the ABEP team on the creation of the new credit union. I want to thank my wife, Kelly, who has wholeheartedly supported what I do. She feels my passion daily, and has endured late night phone calls and never-ending Zoom meetings. Suffice it to say that without Kelly, I just wouldn't be here today. I guess when I first sat down to write my acceptance speech, if you want to call it that, I did what any good professional does to prepare, and I Googled it. Just a word of the wise, if you're not down for a good cry, probably don't look up best acceptance speeches. It's a tearjerker. But in my search, I came across the acceptance speech for 2015 Oscar for Best Original Song, Glory, by John Legend and Common, from the movie Selma. It's a movie about the 1965 voting rights marches led by Dr. Martin Luther King. During their speech, they spoke about the ongoing fight for justice and for equality. And we all know that fight continues today. Common, again, a hip hop artist who I followed throughout his entire career, reflected on their recent performance at the time of that song, Glory, on the same bridge in Selma that civil rights activists marched on nearly 60 years ago from today. Regarding that bridge, once a symbol of division, and it's really now a symbol of change and hope, Common reminded us, and here I quote, "This bridge was built on hope, wielded and welded in compassion, and elevated by love for all human beings." So as we continue this work, let's let these moments be our bridge. Let today resonate with ripples of hope for change and toward a better tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. I hope to see you in August.
Mr. Longhair himself. Long hair, don't care, Ben Herring. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. That is a brave brother. We're taking on 3,469 things a day and doing them all with grace and with passion and with genuine intent to make it all happen to the best of your ability. Truly, truly deserving of the Brave Award here today. Our next honoree is Hazel May Overturf. BECU's President and CEO, Benson Porter, will introduce Hazel May.
Great. Thanks, AJ. And I was pretty sure you weren't talking about me with long hair, so I got excited there for a minute, but I was quickly corrected. Anyway, it is an honor to be here today to help present the award to my deserving colleague, Hazel May Overturf. I have a couple admissions at the onset here. First is you'll probably quickly realize that I was a founding member of Hazel May's fan club, and it's much deserved. And secondly, my voice sounds a little funky because unfortunately got the dreaded positive COVID test yesterday, so I'm kind of grappling with hopefully keep my voice through this. So if I have a pause and go on mute, you'll understand I'm trying to clear my throat. First, just on behalf of BECU, we'd like to add to the choir of congratulations and gratitude to Renee and AACUC, along, and really to all of today's honorees. You all are collectively leading change to extend our reach and expand the equity within our industry. And I couldn't think of two more important objectives that we have right here and now. And it's great the leadership that you are all providing. We're entering the summer travel season, so we'll probably see some construction here shortly. And as we look at that, I'm always struck by 80% of the crew is watching 20% of the crew get the work done. And Hazel May definitely falls into the 20% of the crew that gets stuff done and actually leads that 20% crew. Just a remarkable 13-year career at BECU. She's helped our members and colleagues in so many ways, from helping lead our retail banking operations, answering member calls, and most recently advocating for our member experience initiatives in her current role as a product owner. And in thinking about brave leadership, I couldn't think of someone braver, taking on all these different roles and being successful at all of them. And then even moving into things such as getting her credit union development educator credentials in 2019, being a GAC crasher in 2020, which is where I had a chance to spend some time with Hazel May. So just great history and track record of achievement and always pushing herself to learn, to grow, and really develop herself and those around her. It's just a great legacy, and all of us. That's why you can see why I'm a founding member of her fan club. I mean, it's absolutely from our perspective imperative that we have an equitable experience for all of our employees and members and communities. And Hazel May always brings that commitment to life every day in how she operates. She is active in our employee resource groups, chairs our young professionals group, and is an active member on others as well. Excuse me, in a chance to chat with her at GAC, she had really kind of attributed her drive to being drawn to the cooperative passion and really the spirit of people helping people from her family, a Filipino American family, military family, upbringing that really brought those kind of cooperative spirit and people helping spirit, and it's really been a magnet for our organization, helping lead our efforts. Her efforts just don't stop within the walls of BECU, though. She also is very active in the industry. She is an I3er at Filene and is a proud board member of the West Coast chapter of the AACUC. So in her spare time, of course, Hazel May is also actively volunteering, helping improve reading skills in elementary schools and in local communities that are underserved around Washington. So just an amazing individual. So with that, we'd just like to again extend congratulations to Hazel May and all the honorees for this award, and thank you for making the credit union difference a reality so many more people. It's really you collectively are really leading into the commitment to change that our industry needs to undertake, and thank you for doing so. And so from out here in Seattle, we have 3,000 of my colleagues are all giving you a standing virtual ovation for the impact that you all are having, and we're so proud to be here. So Hazel May, would you like to share some words?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Benson, and I hope you feel better soon. I'm going to try to stick to my script as well to make sure that I stay on time, but also that I don't just continue leaking out of my eyes. But when I had the opportunity to learn that I would be honored with this award, I really took some time to think about all the times that I've been brave. And especially in the last few years, I had to think really deeply about why bravery was possible for me, someone who would never describe myself as brave normally. And I really attest that to two main things. One being the climate that our country is in, knowing that it's completely unacceptable now to not do or say anything against racism. We have to do that. It's just with everything that we witness and have continued to see, there's no excuse for it at this point. I also think about the people that I've been able to be surrounded with, and this is where I'm going to get emotional. I think about all the people that have leaned in, taught me, learned from me, and been open to dialogue. Those who have stayed open and curious, and even those that have challenged me and challenged others. This is how we can continue moving forward and moving to this greater objective that we have of eliminating racism from our country. And I was able to find that in the people and the climates within these wonderful groups that Benson mentioned a few. But I want to give a specific thank you and so much gratitude to, of course, the AACUC, the Cooperative Trust and my Crasher fam, DEs around the world, and my organization BECU for their never-ending support, trust, and belief in me, and even the space and time to do this on top of my day-to-day job that Benson mentioned as well. When I thought about bravery, I also think about leadership, and this is where I want to shout out to all the leaders in my life that have figuratively and literally removed doubt and fear and feelings of inadequacy from my heart and my mind to continue doing this work and allowed me to be brave and courageous. They are the ones that tapped me on the shoulder for opportunities, said out loud that they believed in me. And they also included me in conversations and spaces that stretched and challenged me. Miss Renee, that's all you. I hope you know. Last but not least, I want to share the biggest thanks to my husband and my family. They're always supporting me in my crazy pursuits of living a purpose-driven life, and they do that no matter where in the world that may take us. So thank you. And okay, compose myself. I do want to share my final thanks and gratitude to all the amazing honorees and everyone on this call today that are in celebration of all these wonderful people. I'm so honored to be included with all of you, and I commit to staying an accomplice in this work with you. Congratulations and thank you, everyone.
Well, congratulations, Hazel. Mate, a fan club? You need to let me know how I can get one of those. Okay, I'm gonna send out decoder rings, buttons, everything. Okay, so you got to let me know how to get a fan club, and I'll be first in line to join yours right after Benson. Our next honoree is the lady who is moving and shaking things up at State Employees Credit Union in North Carolina and at the AACUC as well, Kelly Holloway. Jim Hayes, the president and CEO of the second largest credit union in the world with over 50 million in assets, is joining us by video to introduce Kelly.
Well, congratulations, Kelly. I am so excited to be able to offer this introduction, and congratulations to you and the AACUC and Renee and everybody involved in the commitment to change in young professionals. I am just so excited for all of you and excited for what you're accomplishing and what you're doing. Kelly, I want to say congratulations to you for your award. I am so excited, and this is so deserving. You are an amazing person. So one of the first people when I came to State Employees Credit Union to approach me was Kelly Holloway. And she came to me with such excitement and such energy, and her level of commitment to serving our members and serving our employees and our advisory boards is second to none, and her energy is contagious, and I just absolutely love working alongside her. She became a crasher for the 2022 GAC, and her selection to that program was so outstanding and so exciting for me. And she and I got to take a couple selfies at the GAC and had an absolute blast. And I knew that her energy level would be exactly where it needed to be for that crashers group. But Kelly, I just wanted to say congratulations on your leadership award. You know, your role in the Southern chapter for the AACUC and being a leader of this organization, being a leader in State Employees Credit Union. At that last meeting, we brought on at least 50 of our employees to become members of the AACUC, myself included. And you are right there leading the charge and leading the way. And all I can say, Kelly, is I am so excited for you. I'm excited for your husband, for your 2 kids, your A to Z. You are an amazing person, and I cannot wait to continue to watch you grow and expand and be an even bigger leader in this industry going forward. Congratulations, Kelly. Well done. Thank you. Thank you for all you've done.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. First and foremost, glory to God for blessing me so, because I am blessed to be a blessing. Thank you, Jim, for your kind remarks, and to the entire SECU executive management team for your support. Jim, you have embraced me as well as all of our SECU team members since you became our president and CEO. And for that, I am forever grateful. To the AACUC Board of Directors, staff, and beautiful volunteers from across the state and nation, right, who have become family, thank you for the many ways that you lift me as well as each other. Special shout out to the Southern Regional Chapter for the special place you hold in my heart. And Miss Renee, Opal is right. You are brilliant. I do not have enough time to express on this forum how much you mean to me. But to summarize, your mentorship has been the grace that has positioned little old me very well and for great things. Thank you so much. Congratulations to my fellow honorees for all of your accomplishments. And I would not be a young professional leader without the opportunities afforded to me by SECU. So to my many mentors, supervisors, team members for over the years, thank you for guiding me, for praying for me, for speaking life into me, and for saying my name in a room before I ever entered. For that, I am forever grateful as well. Thank you to the outreach department, my home base, for allowing me to lead. My main job is to eliminate barriers to help you do your best work and to show the great state of North Carolina and beyond the world what outreach truly means. I am so very proud of you, and I hope that I continue to be worthy of the title of SVP. To my husband, Michael, thank you for loving me so much that you listen to me more often than the average spouse of my dreams and my desires at work. I promise I'm going to take more PTO. And to my girls, Zoe, age 4, Ava, age 1, mommy loves you times 3,000. Lastly, I'd like to thank and dedicate this award to my mother, Lonnie Cheatham, who has invested in me since birth. Mom, I've learned resilience from you, and I love you. As Professional of the Year, now named, let me share a couple quick gems with you, and hopefully I've earned the right to do so. You can be scared, but do it anyway. I felt ill prepared to lead conversations about racism that felt painful, but led to progress. I learned along the way that the try is always worth it. Don't embrace anyone else's doubts about your abilities. Lift others up and give grace like candy. I promise it'll always come back to you tenfold. Believe that you are here for a reason and lean into your authentic self. And I charge you, because Miss Renee always says, leave with a charge. Do not stop until every one of your team members feels the same psychological safety to fill the room with their true selves as well. Find yourself a valuable partner to go through leadership with. AACUC has been that for me and has helped me become more of who I am. I've learned to take up space, pull up a seat at the table for others. That's what I want my legacy to be. I am so grateful for this recognition, and we'll use it as the vehicle to accomplish even more. Thank you and blessings to you all.
Woo! Woo! It's my excitement. I'm sorry, y'all. It got the best of me. Even saw a hashtag in the chat. It said hashtag Kelly said so. Okay. So for the rest of the day, the week, hey, even the month, you know, hashtag Kelly said so. I want everyone, no matter where you are, what seat you're in, standing desk, sitting desk, conference room, with a watch party and a couple of bottles of champagne, to put your hands together to congratulate, to commemorate, to recognize this amazing, fantastic group of young professionals for the inaugural Commitment to Change Young Professionals Leadership Awards. Please join me in a round of applause. Get on your feet if you can, and let these people know that you appreciate them for what they've done. And you know what? Let me get off my soapbox, because y'all gonna get me started. But truly, 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 congratulations to all of you. You've done way, way more than what was ever asked of you, and all of you are more than deserving of these awards. Me personally, I'm inspired by every last one of these young leaders. I'm excited for this new generation of the AACUC. All of you, each and every single one of you, embody the spirit of commitment to change within credit unions that unite against racism by being bold, mindful, and brave. You are helping to lead the way in building a more equitable and inclusive society for everyone. Not me, not you, not them, everybody. Everyone of all ages, of all backgrounds, of all walks of life, everyone. You're helping them all, where we collectively benefit because of the differences that we have. We're grateful for your courage, your compassion, and your leadership. Ms. Renee has always shared her belief that there is no, and you got to put the emphasis on the no, there is no other industry that serves people as passionately as the credit union movement. And me, I couldn't agree more. And I hope all of you feel the same. So let's follow the path of these honorees. Let's follow the path of these award winners today as passionately as the credit union movement is. And you know what? Y'all gonna put me on a soapbox. I'm trying to tell you, okay? Let me gather myself, all right? This is the Commitment to Change journey that we're all on. And we all want to make a positive impact on ourselves and others by being bold, mindful, and brave. And on behalf of the leadership of the AACUC, I want to thank all of you for attending our first Commitment to Change Young Professionals Leadership Awards. SB, I'll give it back to you.